Yes, we're live.
We're live?
No, we're filming.
You mean everybody can see us right now?
Correct.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do you need to like?
You know what? I think I'm good.
Okay. Teach Me Grappling. How's it going, guys? I'm back. Brian Peterson. I got Eddie Diaz here. We're gonna show you guys some grappling technique that you can use when you have a guillotine that's failed. When you have a failed guillotine, the person cartwheels, they go to the side control, and then again, even myself, most coaches will say let go of the guillotine. You generally should. If you're a new white belt, fresh into grappling, you should not hold on to guillotines too long. In the beginning, you should learn hip escape, how to get the person back into good position. Remember, position before submission, follow those rules. Having said that, there is an advanced thing you can do if you have good understanding of positioning to understand that not every position is failed just because the guy has passed your guard. It does not automatically mean that you are in a horrible position. Some of these positions can be salvaged, and that's what I'm going to show you right now, because this is not usually taught by most instructors. A lot of people know this kind of stuff. They feel it when they grapple, but it may not be in the repertoire of teaching technique like it is for me. So, okay, so let me try to explain. I'm going to give you guys a comparison, just so you guys can understand. If he gets me in a headlock, a side headlock like this, guys, if I lay flat on my back and I let him, yeah, that's fine, grab your thigh. Let's say you get your butt elevated, right leg straight up towards the head, right leg straight. Yeah, grab your upper thigh and straighten out your leg up here. Now elevate your butt. Okay, now and lean back like this, point my arm. Good. Now if I say, all right, ready, go, and I'm like, oh, I can't get out of this. This is completely different from this. Go ahead and loosen up. Loosen up. Okay, grab your thigh if you like. Okay, ready, go. You guys, so the point is, you can't just look at a position and say, well, it's a headlock. Therefore, headlocks are either on one end of the spectrum, easy to escape, or on the other end of the spectrum, really hard to escape. And there's an in-between of control that you have to understand. So it's an argument over who's better in this position. Most people always say side control, and the guy has a guillotine on the bottom, but the guy top has the side control, top guy's in better position. It's not true. It's only true if the position is right for the top guy. But the position can be right for the bottom guy, even though we don't want them to pass. So let's go over it. So I do a guillotine. Now, when I drop, I want to either put him in my guard or at minimum, at least wrap him with this leg. So when I try to do that, he hits a nice, beautiful cartwheel. Okay, go ahead, cartwheel over, and boom. Now, let me explain this spectrum that I'm talking about right here. Let's say I loosen my guillotine. Let's say I allow him to get his right arm around my neck. I lay flat on my back. He walks towards my legs and controls my body. And now he leans shoulder pressure. Like, this is a bad position. Look at his neck. His neck is open, his head is up. Yeah, I look at my lock. I'm not even touching his neck with the blade of my forearm. This is like if you were to say, ready, go. Who are you gonna pick? You're gonna pick him, okay? And you should. Now, when you first get your guard passed, there's a moment where your guillotine goes from a guillotine to the guy passing the side control, and then it becomes a bad guillotine, a failed guillotine, but there's still an in-between that nobody talks about, and it's right here, where, and this can be done arm in guillotine or arm out, but I'm gonna teach you guys with the arm in, okay? It can be done without the arm, but it's easier to learn this with the arm. It makes it way better. Okay, so I'm gonna go arm in guillotine. He jumps to the side, and now I have a decently, right now look, I got a decently snug guillotine, but he is in side control. And then again, what happens is the person in my shoes isn't very experienced. So they squeeze and they hold, and then this person does some good driving of shoulder pressure, and then eventually he loosens, he's getting his arm out, and then, keep going, yeah. And then it gets to here, and then, smash more and more and more, Now I'm getting tired and he inches, and then I go, oh, and I lose. Okay, so because of that in between, which could take 5 seconds, it could take 20 seconds, it could take 2 seconds, going from kind of like bad to way worse. That right there, we have to learn that position and learn how to salvage our bad guillotine and turn it towards something good again. So what I want you guys to try, we're gonna start out with the first move. I'm gonna go snug guillotine. See that? Snug. I'm not choking my partner, but I'm snug. Look at my elbows pinched, squeezing, shrugging, elbows pinched. Now, he takes me down and I stay in position. Okay, I'm tight. He's not passing out, but I'm tight. Now, the next thing I want you to do is learn how to hip escape. I'm gonna put my feet over here. I'm going to bridge, hip escape. Once I bridge and hip escape, he could still have a light little grip on my legs, but I'm starting to create the angle that I'm looking for. Once I do that, he's holding. I'm going to break the grip and start moving. I'm still squeezing. I'm gonna walk until I roll him over. Now, once you guys roll the guy over, you have lots of finishes. Those that like the anaconda can go anaconda. You got the leg assist, the Rafa Mendes leg assist, or I could also just bridge, post on my head, and mount. Okay? I also might end up in half guard. It doesn't matter. The point is, I'm no longer on my back, and he no longer has side control. So, this is the one I want you to start with. Keep the grip snug. I try to go guillotine, but he cartwheels. I walk and hip escape, and now I'm gonna keep going. Try to walk towards me, Eddie, like go to side control. You see how he wants that? Now watch, gang. I keep this tight. I'm gonna bump my hip as he's trying to stay there. I hip escape and I go here. Now he's trying to walk over there. And I bridged and rolled. Keeping the guillotine, starting a new attack. A new attack. If he fought to his belly, that's fine. Now I'm back here in the stall, front headlock. Maybe now I take the back. Okay, maybe now I take the back. So, you want to know this movement. Don't be perpendicular, make yourself parallel. Okay, if the guy goes right into it, he cartwheels. See where I put him? And then I take him over. So now I start to pay attention and I don't waste time. The second he cartwheels, I see him, he's beating my guard. I guide him in the direction he wants to go. And then my hips shoot out, and then I go in a circle and walk this way. Like Errol Smith. Okay? And run DMC. So I go to a guillotine, he jumps. See where I am? Do you understand what I mean, guys? When I said, remember that side headlock, and I talked about how the position can be very different, even though it's still a side headlock? This is still a guillotine, and he has passed my guard in a sense. He's at least clear of the legs. So most guys right here will abandon ship and try to get guard. Stay. Sure. Yeah, do you guys see that? They'll try to get guard. When instead, especially if you have a strong lock, keep the lock. As he tries to drive back into side control, I take the guy through. Okay, now, there's a counter that we have to show you. I'm gonna tie this together, and instead of separate videos, I'm gonna give you mostly all the information all here in this one video. When I do this, the guy dumps me, just go ahead and dump me on the side. Boom, I go here. I hip escape. I try to walk away, but he flattens his body, and now I can't roll him. See how heavy he is? That's okay. Walk your legs away as much as you can, bridge back towards him, throwing your forearm bone into his neck, and then hip heist. So watch what I do. I go this way, and watch my left leg. As it gets out, I drop heavy on my right hip. Now I'm ready to go for a new guillotine, okay? Or something else. A sprawl on a back table, whatever you like. Okay, an anaconda, whatever you like. So I get here, I try to go guillotine, he jumps. I bring him this way, keep everything tight. He's about to follow in the side control. I start rolling, but he's there, fine. Belly down, he gets up. Boom, I'm driving, pull. And we're going towards the guy's back. So, whatever you like. So these two movements you gotta use in combination. We have the roll, and then we have the bridge and belly down hip ice. When you hip ice, you have to know how to do this without a partner watching. I make my grip, bridge, turning on my shoulder. Don't get up like this, but get up like this. See that? And notice how when I went, I tried it in one move, put pressure on my right hip. So I bridge, and then when this leg goes out, I don't go like this, and then like this. I try to combine the movement. I go up, bridging, throwing him off of me for a split second. The stronger you are, the more explosive you are, the better. And then now watch my left leg as I drop on right hip in one movement. And then now I'm ready to go to another guillotine. Okay, and that's whether you roll him or you do that. So I'm here, maybe I try this style, he jumps. I bridge, and I'm hip, see? I try to go like this, but he drives, and I roll the guy through. Come on up. Yeah, he comes back, so I have here, and if he flattens, then I come right back, okay? And again, I base this on how strong is my guillotine, how tight my hold is. If my hold is really tight, I'll attempt this. If, you know, you guys might look at Eddie and go, well, he's a skinny, you know, he's a buff, skinny kid. But, you know, again, you base it on your, if I'm going with a guy who's 220 pounds and I feel like it's not gonna work, then I don't do it. So obviously, guys, there's counters to every move. It's so funny, every time I drop a video, there's always someone that'll say, oh, that won't work because of this. If that was true, like, why even learn double leg takedowns? Because there's a counter called a sprawl. So if a sprawl can counter a double leg, then we shouldn't do double legs, right? No, that makes no sense. Just because there's one guy in your room that nobody can rear naked choke, the guy's like really good at defense, he's got those no necks, and you can't rear naked choke that guy, he's got such good defense, that doesn't mean a rear naked choke is just a horrible move. You guys have to have moves for each person you fight. And the more you know, the better, okay? It's just like G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. For sure. It's very profound. So, guys, keep training, keep an open mind. There's so many different ways to grapple, and it's gonna get better and better the more you learn. So, thank you, Eddie. Awesome. All right, Teach Me Grappling here. I'm not real amped up today, I'm kind of mellow. All right, so let's get you guys contributing to the channel. If you can, quick advertisement for my channel. Teach Me Grappling, giving you great stuff every single day. Click the link down below at Patreon, please. I'm getting lots of you guys. Click that link, donate $9 or less, go into the t-shirt raffle. We're gonna be giving away a t-shirt to those, donate $9 or less. $10 or more, you're gonna go into the rash guard raffle. We're gonna be doing giveaways pretty much every month. We're gonna be doing stuff like that, but also, even without the giveaways, we're giving you guys great content, great stuff. Hope you guys can get better at grappling and learn from this. Thank you. Good job. Go train. Out.